All right, everybody. Let me look and make sure we are going good here. Give me 1 second. I've got two computers, so I'm making sure one of them that way I can watch if it gets fuzzy or what have you. There we go. We're good. Make sure the volume's off. All right, we are good. Good evening, everybody. Good Monday. Man, I've had a how do you say that? I've had an interesting day. We'll talk about the other part first, or last. But yeah, I caught a drunk driver tonight. It was pretty dang cool. Actually, I didn't catch him. Somebody else did. You know what? Let me say hi to everybody, and I'll tell you the story. So I got something like 30 comments. So AWF Outdoors, man. Hope you're still here. And he said he set a reminder. You got company over, but good to see you on here, brother. Mr. Terry Landry, how you doing? John Maddox. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me give y'all here. Hold on. Let's start right there. Give you all a shout out. John Maddox says, hello, everyone. The weather is getting good for fishing again. I agree. Mr. Charles Gladney, Greensboro, North Carolina. How you doing, sir? Thanks for being on here. Mr. Mike Hallmark. Snore. There we go. I know you're waiting for me. Fishing with Fredo, party time. Let's see. Crappie Express. Time to hear some stories. You're going to hear one in just a minute. Catch it with Key TV. I was about to say catching Key TV. That wasn't right. Anyway, how you doing, brother? Y'all make sure you go check his channel out. He's trying to get 500 people or 500 subscribers by December. And let me tell you, he's a good guy. I've met him. We talked on the phone. He's got some great stuff out there. So y'all go check his channel out for sure. Mr. Television Pilot, how you doing? Let's see. Mark Williams. What's going on, man? I caught this guy going toward your house, brother. So be glad I got him. Mike says, first time I've been able to do a live in a long time. Hogs took my place over bad. Man, I know. I need to get over there and come help you out with that. But in the meantime, start whacking them, brother. Whacking and stacking. Uncle Bill's Crappie Adventure. Good evening, Sarge. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Doing really good. Heidi. Good to have you over. Or good to have you. I was reading something else. Good to have you here. I was reading Mike Hallmark said slay. I slayed over 25 and said over. Good to have you over. Anyway, no, good to have you here tonight. Mike said he got 25 of them. I'm thinking I need to do a video on that, quite honestly. Get some hunting in there. We'll see. Let's see. Mr. Sid Lewis from Madison, Mississippi. How are you doing, sir? Good to have you on here. Bobby. All right. Bobby, I may mess your name up, brother, but I'm going to try to pronounce it. Quillen. Hope I got that right. Anyway, good to have you here. Good evening to you as well. I'm getting my story here in a minute, guys. Sid Lewis, man, great comment. Everybody hit the like button. I like that. Thank you, sir. Jerry Ward from South Carolina, Gamecock Country. Go LSU. That's all I can say. So, yeah, anyway. Excuse me. I still have the cough. I'm sorry. Slab Buster, how you doing, brother? From Alabama. William C. Hey, man, I saw you called me today, and I've not had a chance to call you back. And you'll understand why in a minute. But anyway, appreciate you being here. So thank you. Let's see. Elizabeth Kilpatrick Thomas, how are you doing? Good to have you here. I've never seen your name on here before, so this. Wait a minute. No, that's not who I thought it was. Anyway, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Miss JT is all outdoors. Good to have you. One of my moderators as well. Kid, was that your wife? I don't think it was. We'll see in a minute. Anyway, Kid Crappie, good to have you on here as well, brother. He just got off through his live. Y'all go check his channel out as well if you haven't already. Leonard Stevens, What's up, my brother? Leonard from Buffalo, New York is in the house. Mr. Booyah. All right, man. Good to have you on here. Let's see. Let me just go through real quick. John Harrod, how you doing? Good to have you on. Keith Wakefield. Evening, Sarge. Skitsy. Oh, fish today. Found a few on fork. Man, I got to get out there. So I've had some issues. I'll get to my story in a minute. I've had some issues. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and announce something. Might as well. I've had some issues with my transducer on LiveScope. It's looked like, and I told somebody else, it looked like I had thermocline showing down there. But I'm like, man, and I wish I had a video. You know what? Hold on. I think I do have a video. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. This is what a transducer looks like when it's going bad. Well, I just gave it up, didn't I? Crappie Expo, LiveScope. Okay. Give me a second. I'll share my screen with you. Got to get that hard drive rolling. I got everything on an external hard drive, so it went to sleep. But so basically what's happened is I thought I had thermocline showing, and I did. It wasn't thermocline because there were fish down below it. And here we go. Share screen. Let's see. All right, let's make this bigger. All right. So you see that bright line right there about the 14 or about the 16-foot level. So that looks like thermocline. That's what thermocline looks like. But the problem is that's not thermocline. If it was thermocline, you wouldn't see all those fish down below it. So I'm like, what is that? The first time I fished and saw it, which is about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I just thought it was mud, silt in the water. But it's the same place. No matter how deep I go, it's in the same area. And I checked it several times in different places. Well, then all of a sudden, let's see if I can go. I don't think I was recording then. No, I wasn't. Well, basically, what happened at the very end when I was flipping around, so you can see my mouse in there. My bottom was down here at the 30-foot mark, and it went straight up right there to the top. So it was at an angle. Normally, that's happened before, and it just means the transducer is thinking. It can't figure out what's going on, so you can do a couple things. You can go in there and you can change it to forward view, go to automatic, then go back to forward, or you just simply unplug it. I unplugged it, and it's still going sideways. So, well, here I am trying. I was like, yeah, I'm done. So what happened is, let me quit sharing, stop sharing screen. So what happened is I kept messing with it for a little bit, and transducer's gone. It's not good. So I had to order a new one. And I went ahead and ordered a brand new black box through our new sponsor, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But I ordered a whole brand new everything, and no, they're not giving it to me free. They can't do that. But I figure I'll get a portable system so I can use it in my little John boat when I go John boat fishing. And anyway, so Shut Up and Fish, a bunch of y'all guessed it on the last video. Shut Up and Fish is our new sponsor. Appreciate Dave for jumping in there. Guys, if you have anything, I don't get a code, at least right now I don't have a code, but there's no discounts. But I will say they are good people. I've heard a lot about them before and talked to them on our forum. And yeah, good people. So they do a little bit of everything. You go to their website, and it's Shut Up, like shut dash up dash fish. Oh, shut up and. There's a dash in between each one of those. .com. That's their website. I'll put a link in here pretty soon and go from there. But yeah, if you need electronics, you need anything done, especially in the Dallas area, they are perfect place to take care of you because they are up in Louisville, actually. I know Dallas is huge, but awesome place to check things out. So anyway, I've got a new transducer coming, but the weather is not good enough to go fishing right now anyway, especially at Lake Palestine. The wind's coming right up the lake, so it was like 14-foot swells. Not really, but they're pretty bad. But I plan on getting out here and fishing pretty soon. It's kind of a little I'm sorry, guys. I'm stumbling around because I don't even know how to say this. So I'll get to my drunk story in a minute. Not me drunk, but the drunk person. Our family, and we're gonna go to a prayer here in a second because I want to do that. I believe in that. And our family's really getting hit hard. My father-in-law is not doing well, and I'm just gonna keep it at that. But we need prayer for our family. So all of you who do pray, I ask that you keep our family in prayer, in your prayers. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. All right. Sorry. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do a prayer real quick, and then we'll get on with the show. I'll tell you my drunk story. Anyway, all right, let's pray real quick. Lord God, we thank you for loving us. Lord God, we thank you for the promises that you've given to us, the promises that you'll never give us more than we can handle. You look at Job in the Bible. He was tested and tested and tested, and at the end remained faithful, Lord God. Pray that you'll help us to be the same way. Pray for all those that are experiencing grief, those that are in the hospital right now, those who have COVID, those who are ill, Lord God, that you will strengthen them, Lord God, and turn around and touch them and let them know you're there, Lord God. You are the reason why we have a purpose on this earth. You are. We love you, we love you, Lord God, and we thank you for loving us and giving us the promises that you've given to us. It's in the son of it's in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross to save us, Lord God. We pray this. Amen. All right. Let me go through this. I'm getting to the drug story. If y'all don't know what the drug story is, y'all hang in there, man. I got a lot of stuff. I caught a guy a while ago who was drunk on the road. And anyway, give you a little preview. So it wasn't me being drunk. It was somebody else. Let me just say hi to a few more people, then we'll get to it. All right, let's see. Domingo, how you doing? Yeah, I said that right. I guess it wasn't a catch and release night. No, it was not. Not for one person, it was not. Uncle Bill, how you doing, brother? Good to have. Oh, I said hi to you all ago. I'm sorry. You're talking to Heidi. My bad. Ray Patience, how you doing, man? From Colorado. Good to see you on here. Hey, I talked to John recently, and they are playing with his old band Head East back at in the same town anyway. That actually I think this coming weekend. Anyway, but yeah, good to see you, brother. I met Ray at a concert with Petra last October. My wife and I drove up there to, what was the name of that town? I can't remember. Anyway, it was we were gone for 44 hours, I believe, and we drove 21 of it. It was a long weekend, but we had a good time. So let's see. Chris Abrams, man, how you doing, brother? One of my warriors. Good to have you on here. Yeah, brother, I'm doing great. I'm about probably 80% now. Still can't walk a long distance. I don't have a lot of upper body. I'm gonna start this week doing upper body weights just with a 2.5 pound dumbbell. It's gonna be at my house where nobody else can see it. Oh, fishing with Fredo. I hadn't gotten down there, but I just saw you over here. You love Head East. So my buddy John, who is the lead singer of the Christian group Petra, was the lead singer of Head East, one of the lead singers of Head East, and then his story. You need to look it up sometime. I'll send you a link. But they told him he needs to do drugs. He's kind of a goody, and he did drugs and then started drinking, or maybe I think he was drinking first and then started doing drugs. So he would take drugs at the beginning of the concert to get up high, and then drink to go low, and then they kicked him out because he was doing too much of it. 5 years later, he became the lead singer of the biggest Christian rock band in America called Petra, and become a good friend of mine. But in fact, he's the one who sings for this for Fish and well, anybody, but Fredo. He's the one that sings my opening closing on the video, Faith and Freedom. That's his voice. So that's the guy from Head East. So in case you, I thought I told everybody, but maybe you didn't hear that. So anyway, see, Dale Polinsky, how you doing? Good to have you on here, brother. Let's see, Robert Johnson, man, good to have you on here from South Arkansas. Dude, I was in your area this weekend. Not quite sure what part of South you are. You told me, but I don't remember. But I was in Blevins, just 18 miles north of Hope. Got a big fundraiser there. So let me catch up with this. Okay, so kid, that wasn't your wife? Okay, good. So I didn't make a fool of myself. Well, I guess I did because I said that, didn't I? See, J.M. Rose, how you doing from South Carolina? Going to try Lake Greenwood in the morning. Man, good luck with that. Never been there, but I am planning a trip to South Carolina and North Carolina, hopefully next week. Okay, here she said that. Okay, Anglerholics Fishing and Outdoor Adventures. Okay. Oh man, awesome, dude. Awesome. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. See, Richard, how you doing? From Stafford, Missouri, Springfield area. Okay. So that's a place we went last time. Okay, you know what? Here, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my story real quick. Then I'll say some more hellos. So tonight, I went over to take my mother-in-law some food and was coming back. It's getting dark. I'm in my Jeep, got the top off, doors off, enjoying life. Pull in, make a turn. So 155 is a major highway in our town, but it's on the outside of town. And then I turned on a road called Grande, which I live off of. But it's also really a 4-lane, and you'll see my cat. Hey, come here. Bella, say hi. Okay, anyway. And there's a bunch of cars sitting in the light. So I pulled over and said, hey, y'all need some help? And they said, this guy's not non-responsive. We woke him up 3 times. And so I pulled over, put my hazards on. His window was down, started talking to him and just asking, hey, man, you been drinking? No, I'm good. And I just put a peppermint in my mouth, or just finished a peppermint and then put my bad habit in, so I couldn't smell anything. And plus my smell's not great from COVID. So I couldn't tell. And anyway, we started talking. I was like, man, this guy sounds drunk, but he could be diabetic and could be, going. So I'm asking him stuff, checking his pulse just to kind of keep him there because the police I'd already got off the phone with 911, and then the police came in. But yeah, he was drunker than Cooter Brown, and he fell asleep 3 times at the light. The people kept knocking on his door, checking on him, knocking on his window. He finally rolled it down. I took the keys from him. I convinced him to give me the keys, put them on somebody else's car so he couldn't take off because it was one of those fobs that you just had to have close. Yeah, they escorted him back behind my vehicle. They were parked behind me, and I was parked behind him, probably 2 car lengths away. They took him back there, and I'm talking to another cop and watching back there. There's 4 of them in there. And I'm watching back there, and the next thing I know, I see him putting on my handcuffs. And I mean, I'm looking at him when he's talking to the cops, and I'm gonna do the profile. So he's standing there doing that number. It's like I've ridden with too many state troopers. I know what's going on here. He's had one too many. He's been digging around in the back barn drinking some stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, we got one guy off the deal. It was more fun for me than it is for y'all, but I don't know. I was going to call the police tomorrow and see if I get a toaster or something. Anyway, all right. That's my story. One guy down. He's not going to be having a good night. And somebody said on Kid Crappie's channel, it's not a catch and release tonight. It's a catch and release because he's staying alive well for a while. You know what I mean? Okay, let's scroll down here. There's Kid Crappie's wife. How are you doing? No, you didn't miss the story. I just told it, so hopefully you got to hear it. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. Okay, good question. Crappie Express asks, do I cut the power to my live scope when I take it out of the water? I do not cut the power. I turn the sonar off. That's all you have to do. I didn't used to because I didn't know any better, and it would just come up. It would get overheated. So what happens is that sonar will keep transmitting through the transducer and overheat that transducer if you take it out of the water, and that's why they tell you to. So all you got to do is hit the power button and then scroll down to disable all sonars and pop that off and you're good. Now that's for me because all I'm doing is live scope on there. But yeah, that's what I do with mine. And that's good enough. It just is, it's 2.5 years old. I've used it 2 to 3 times a week. So it's been used. So I bought a brand new one. Then I'm gonna try to get a new one out of warranty. It probably won't warranty, but at least I'll get a discount on a new transducer, so that way I can have 2 different ones. One's going to go on my little John boat, and one's going to stay in the big boat. So hopefully that's the issue, is the transducer. If not, it's the black box. I got another black box coming. So, but I'm pretty sure it's the transducer. So anyway, all right, let's see. Let's see, Mark Williams. There you go, Michael Lawrence. Hey, hold on. I almost put you in timeout on accident. Hello, Michael Lawrence from Greensboro, North Carolina. Good to have you on here. Oh, man. So let me just say, Bobby, thanks for your service. Yeah, so I'm in East Texas. I was stationed at Fort Hood as well. And I never fished there. Unfortunately, I never had time. But I did sink 113 in Cowhouse Creek. No, Stillhouse Creek. Oh, maybe it was Cowhouse. Can't remember. One of those two. But yeah, I've been there quite a few times. So thanks for your service. Where do you live now, Bobby? So Jerry says you're praying. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Prayers going up. Prayers going up. Thank y'all. I'm going to scroll past this just so I can catch up. But thank you all for the prayers. Sorry, fishing, Fredo. Oops. See that? He's not there yet. So hopefully it won't be, but we're praying. So hold on, guys. I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see. Okay, there's Fishing with Fredo. I love Head East. So that's where I was a while ago. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Harvey T. Hey, real family from northern, Kentucky. A little bit of Sure Beast, the alternative. Good vibes. Amen. Let's see. Bobby, long story. I'm sorry. 6'5" shooter, man. How you doing? Finally catch a live show. Hello from South Carolina. Man, I got a lot of South Carolina people in here. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for being here. I was telling everybody last couple lives, I'm going to work my way through Mississippi, Georgia, and then definitely South Carolina, North Carolina. I got to visit a friend of mine up at Fort Bragg, so I want to go do some fishing in there. I wanted to hit Hartwell Lake in South Carolina. I've fished from the bank, but I've never fished in a boat. I don't want to do that. So that's where I'm going. Let's see. Heidi. Hi, Kitty. Yeah, she loves to be seen. Yeah, Slab, you're right. Cooter Brown. Oh, goodness. That's the only thing I can think of. You know what? I guess when you get that drunk, you don't think about it. You think you're fine, but he wasn't fine. Guy couldn't even make it. I said, "Hey, man, where do you live?" I was trying to get some information out of him. I was trying to stall him, basically, because he kept trying to leave, and that's why we moved the keys out of the car. And I was just trying to stall until the police came. And he just said, "Hello, close." That's all I can get out. I said, well, like, close where? Tyler? Anyway, whatever. So, anyway, AWF, how you doing, man? Okay, so I saw you had a question here. Let me look real quick. I see it's question time. When we meeting in Mississippi? Okay, I'm looking at my other screen over there. I'll get down to that one in a minute and highlight it. But, brother, we need to do it soon. It's not the time for me now. Just with the family. But, yeah, we will do that. I promise you. That'd be a good show to do for sure. Let's see. Kevin Walker from Louisiana. What part of Louisiana, Kevin? I'm going to get down there. I'm going to get to the bottom here soon. I grew up in Lafayette, so I was just kind of curious. Bobby says, Ohio, born and raised. Okay, you just spent a brief time in God's country down here in Texas. Slab Doc Lamar Harris was stationed at Fort Hood, also M1 tanker, first cab. There we go. So you know where Stillhouse and Cowhouse Creek is. My favorite place on that base was Popeye's Chicken. Let's see. Mike Homer, I'm sitting in a Polaris 200 yards from the feeder, 250 plug. Oh, shoot the guy, man. Shoot him. Sid Lewis. Sarge, I'm trying to work all the details out, but going to come to Tyler for a day or so and then on to San Antonio to see my son and his family. Hope we can meet up. Heck yeah, man. Sid, give me a call. Let me know when you're coming. Like I said, right now may not be the best time for me, but we'll figure that out. So just give me a shout. You got my number, and we can make that happen, most likely. All right. Dale says, I'm ready to hit some Palestine timber. You and me both, brother. I went out last week and, oh, you know what? My last show was the Crappie Expo. And then I went out briefly for an hour and a half and fished. It was amazing. Well, not the fishing, the Crappie Expo. There was a lot of vendors there, a lot of people. Y'all saw who I met. I got to meet a couple. SK, I'd never met SK in person. We just talked on the phone for 2 years. And Crappie Cats TV, I got to meet them as well. So a lot of people in there that I got to meet up with. So it was a good old time, man. If y'all hadn't been there, you need to go next year. It will be back in Branson, Missouri at Table Rock. So if you're in Missouri area, make plans to go. I am not. I don't know if I'm going or not. I hadn't decided. I'd like to. That's a long drive because I turn right around and have to go to Nashville, Tennessee. I've been invited to fish in another tournament, kind of like the Wally Marshall one. I just don't have all the information on that one to even tell y'all about, but I will in the next live. It's going to be pretty cool. So if you're a vendor, if you're selling anything, be a great place to go because there should be a lot of fishermen and a lot of people out there as well. It's going to be at Dale Hollow, I guess you say it, in Tennessee up near Nashville. So I've never fished that area. Didn't even know that lake was there. But anyway, we'll see what happens. It's going to be in November, first part of November. So I'll give you all more information when I find out. Okay, let's see. Bobby, first 82nd calf, first calf. There we go. Okay, Keith ordered a 0 degree bracket for the live scope transducer today. Can't wait. You know, and I've got one that I've never used. I'm using the fishing specialty poles right now, and so I just put it up right at the very beginning, and at the very end of the pole with my normal transducer. So it's automatically 0 degree, but I ordered one when I had my old pole, and then I switched over to fishing specialties before it came in and got it. So just never used it, but it should make a life. I will tell you this: it's going to make it a little bit different because you're used to fishing with an angle, and so I knew that everything that, let's see, where my pole was facing, everything was going to be on the left-hand side a tad bit. So I always fished a little bit to the left. Well, once I changed over to where I was at 0 degree, it threw me off because I was fishing a little bit left and I couldn't see my jig. It took me 3 or 4 days to really get in the hang of it because it's just like starting over. So I hate to tell you that, but once as long as you remember you're at a 0 degree and not at an angle like you used to be, then you'll be good. Adam Michael, how you doing, brother? Keep watching as you learn how to catch fish. No, not by these lives, you won't. But if you watch the videos, you'll learn how to catch them. Adam, thank you so much. So Adam was having a fundraiser this weekend over in Arkansas. A big part of raising money. So we raised $24,000 plus, because I don't have everything in yet, for my nonprofit organization, Lone Star Warriors Outdoors. So that's going to taking combat injured vets, hunting, fishing, golfing, mud riding, underwater basket weaving, whatever we can do. Just working on PTSD recovery and suicide prevention. So Adam was a big part of making that happen. So Adam, thank you so much. You and your wife as well. Appreciate it. Okay. The cat had an expression on his face like, what are you looking at? Yeah, she has that sometimes. All right. Let me catch up. Hello from South Texas. Esteban. I got Lopez. Hopefully I got your first name right. If I didn't, please forgive me. Do crappie have certain times where they don't hit plastics? I have pen optics and I see them literally come up to your bait. I'm assuming what you're saying. There's certain times when different baits are preferred. Like give you an example, during the spawn, they'll bite anything that you can throw out there. Hold on. Get that down a little bit. They'll hit anything that you can throw out there. Right now, a lot of people catching them on minnows versus plastics. But one thing that you need to learn about plastics is you can change the profile of those things. So hold on. I'm going to show you something here. Let me pull one out. Well, there we go. Okay. So during the hot summer, the bite gets bad. It's not a good time to fish. Well, it is a good time. I love fishing there because nobody else is out there. But what you need to do, so let's just take this Slim Stick by Bonehead. That's a big bait. If I throw that down there, they don't want to bite it, I'll do one of two things. I'll pull a piece of the tail off. So there we go. I'll pull the tail off, made it shorter. And sometimes that's still too big. So at that point, I'll cut the end off and just make it a smaller bite, a smaller bait. And they will actually hit that. So, you got a flat surface there, but when you put the jig head on there, it makes it look real. So using a smaller bait a lot of times will help you on those plastics. You can also change over to hand ties. I don't have any here. No, I don't have any. But you can change over to hand ties. So those two options are the best things for you. But when you're just looking at plastics, Make the bait smaller. Change your jig head size. Go down. I throw a 1/8 ounce 99% of the time. But during the summertime, I will jump down to a 1/16, 1/32. The problem with that for me is I do a lot of vertical jigging, so everything just I've got a 1/8 ounce jig. Weight on top with a 2-foot leader, so my weight goes down first, and my jig will wind up coming down below it and or on top of it and get tangled in. So I try to stay away from that, but just takes forever to get down there. But those are 2 options for you. So just cut the baits in half. Actually 3 options. Cut the baits in half, make them smaller, go into plastics. To hand ties, and then obviously minnows is another option for you. Hopefully that answered your question, brother. Thanks for the comment there. Kevin from Jonesville, Louisiana. How you doing, brother? Chad Hilliard, looking good, checking in from Lindale. Man, thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. I'm feeling a lot better. Still don't have all my strength, but had a hard time opening a water bottle the other day. Kind of funny, but I got it open. So we're getting there. Let's see. Anywhere but a mess hall. Going back to Fort Hood. JM Rose saw one of your videos way back where you built some PVC fish attractors. Well, that's a very good question. How they worked. So I don't know the answer to that. I dropped them. I know the general area I dropped them in, and I marked them on my graph. The problem is I bought new graphs, 2 brand new graphs, put one in the front, one in the back, and I forgot to say those points. And I cannot, for the life of me, find that thing. Every time I'm out there, I'll just swing through and go, yeah, it was somewhere in here, and I'll start just going through side scanning. I'm going to find those fish attractors because I guarantee they're going to work well now. They've been there for 2 years. I have no idea. I wish I can tell you the answer, but they ought to work now because they were not far off the creek bed, probably 50 to 60 yards off the creek bed. And I have a general idea within half a square mile of where they are. I just cannot find them. They showed up well on side scan originally, but now that they have stuff on there, algae and everything else, they're a little bit harder to find. Oh, goodness. But they have bottles on top, so I should be able to find them. I just cannot find them for the life of me. I've tried and tried and tried. So the answer is I don't know, but I'm glad you watched the video. Now, I've seen stuff like that done before from friends of mine, and they worked great. So I think these will work great, too. I just got to find them. The story of my life. I'm going to find those things. There's going to be a big, old, giant video because I record from the time I start going to the time I get off the water. And all of a sudden you hear me go, oh, my gosh, I found them. But I do check. I look for those things all the time. I'm going to find them. And so Sid says first week in December. Yeah, man, I may be here then. I know the second week for sure I'm going to be gone. I got a big hunt with my nonprofit organization. So, but the first week I should be here. Slab got invite to Grenada this weekend. Couldn't go. Poor boy. Let's see. Yeah, Dale. Yeah. I remember that. I remember I don't remember the name. I'm so sorry about that. I can remember faces all day long, but I do remember the Dale. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me. I met about probably 8 or 9 people there, and it was amazing. It's so much fun to meet you guys. This thing, I call it the real family for a reason, because you know what? I'm not on every week like I used to be, and I'm probably not going to be on every week like I used to be for a little bit anyway. But when we get on here, we got the same people on. We got people that know each other, and I love the fact that I see you guys commenting to each other in the lives. And I got to scroll through this stuff because it's not about me. It's y'all talking to each other. It's a family, and I love that. So thank you so much, Dale, for saying hi and for being here as well. I appreciate it. Let's see. See, I'm scrolling through y'all talking right now. And I love it. Y'all keep doing that until I run out of things to say. Bobby says, send me info with nonprofit. Would love to help. Here, I'm going to send you. I'm going to put it right now on the bottom. If I can spell right. I spelled it correct. Warriors Outdoors.org. Yeah, here we go. So there's the website that you can go to and check it out. And basically what we do is we take anybody from Afghanistan, Iraq. It's limited to that right now because we are a very small organization. And we just take them out on a hunt 3 days, 3 days, 2 nights. And basically what we do is we just let them hunt, but it's a big therapy session where sit around a campfire. We do a flag retirement ceremony. That's pretty awesome. In fact, I think I've got it on my channel. Yeah, it is. If you go back and look in my playlist, go to Sleep of the Real and look through the playlist and go to military. You'll see 2 different videos from what we did 1 year. But go to the second one at the very end is a flag retirement ceremony. It's amazing. We just have a good time out there and got to get a lot of guys crying. We saved a lot of lives with just people being able to talk for the first time since they've been back. Even though we don't have a war going on now, people are still struggling. So that's what it's about. All right, let me see where I was. Hey, I will, AWF. Definitely. I'll give you a shout. Well, I'll give you a shout soon. If I don't call you, call me, please. Got a lot of stuff going on right now. I was actually supposed to be at a funeral today for a friend of mine that works in my organization. I took off at 4 a.m, drove about 30 minutes, and I just felt like God saying, turn around and go home. Your family needs you. And so I did, and they needed me today. So my wife told me, thanks for listening to what God said. Kind of cool. But anyway, Sportsman's Paradise Crappie Kings. Hello, Sarge. Greg from Sportsman's Paradise Crappie Kings. Did you get the pics from the expo? Missed you out there. Where'd you send them? Oh, yes. Yeah, tell me where you sent them, but I think what's your name? Gregory? Yeah, Greg. Yeah, I saw those on there. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed you as well, brother. Took me a minute. I had to put two and two together, but yeah, you put them on the page. You put some pictures out there of you and Wally and a couple other people. So yeah, man, I'm sorry I missed you, brother. Next year, hopefully I'll be out for the whole time. I just went out for 1 day. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to strength wise, and I didn't even stay for the weigh-in. I was beat. But yeah. Anyway, good to see you on here, bud. Thanks so much. Okay. So J.E. Austin 81. I love these questions. Thank you all so much for asking these. Using your live scope, can you tell that the fish you are seeing are crappie? I see a lot of fish on mine, but either aren't crappie or I'm not using the correct baits. Yes, I can, but it's also because I've used it long enough. I do have, give me 1 second. Let me find this video and see if I can put a link on here. I've got a video on how to identify fish. Here it is right here. How to identify crappie. I'm going to give you a link to it that you go back and look at. So I can pretty much tell. I mean, some guys can look at it and say, oh, that's a black crappie. That's a white crappie, whatever. But let's see. Let me post this here. Hopefully it will come out as a link. If not, just copy it and paste it in. But that should help you out a little bit. But yeah, you can't tell. You just got to look at them. You got to look at it long enough to figure out what the fish you're doing. I can usually tell sizes. So what I do on the live scope, I keep my grid squares on. A lot of people turn those off. I leave them on. The reason I leave them on is because I know that at 25 feet, each grid square is going to be 2 feet. Is that right? No, 20 feet. Yeah. Each grid square is going to be 2 feet long. So based on how much that grid square takes, I can tell what's a crappie. You can tell the crappie based on where they're sitting on the tree. If they're on a tree, like I'm fishing standing timber, you get to a brush pile, you're going to have way at the bottom, you're going to have catfish. You may have a little small catfish come in, but you can tell by how fast they move. If they're just sitting there, it just takes time to learn that. And but that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. Hopefully that video can give you a little information on there. And I'll probably need to do another one of that, because I've learned more stuff since then. But yeah, that will give you a good start on it. But yes, you can tell what's crappie. You can tell how big they are just based on what they're doing, how much of that grid they fill up. And, you know, a crappie is going to sit, if this is your tree, a crappie is going to sit kind of like this. Well, let's put a straight up tree. Going to kind of sit like this. And sometimes they'll be right here. Sometimes they'll be over here. But they're going to be close to the tree. Sometimes you drop your line down and they'll swim off and then come right back. They'll move fast. Crappie do move fast. But if you see something just scrolling through the screen real fast, that's not going to be a crappie. It's probably going to be depending on what you have in the lake. But for us, it's going to be a sand bass or a white bass, or it could be a bass. Sometimes you'll see them long. They'll fill up the entire box. I know good and well it's a gar, based on how tall, how high it is in the close to the top it is. If it's a gar, or at the bottom, it's going to be a catfish. One day I actually dropped down there. I said, I'm going to see if there's a catfish or a crappie next to that log. Dropped down, all of a sudden the log picked up and moved. It filled up 2.5 squares. So that was a 4.5 foot catfish. It bit and broke my line. I never found it. So anyway, good question. I appreciate that. Oh, you're fishing Lake Houston. All right. There's a couple guys down there fishing Lake Houston. SK, I think he fishes Lake Houston as well. Skinny Kenny, a bunch of those guys down there. Keith said, don't feel bad. It's more the same thing. Yeah, so yeah, LiveScope picked it up really, really well, and it will. The problem is I've got so much territory to check, but just need to get back out there and just clear all my waypoints, clear my tracks, not my waypoints, but clear my tracks, and start a grid search, kind of like I'm in the Navy or something. I'll find them. I promise. I'll find them. Scroll too high. Slab Doc Lamar Harris. Oh yeah, he's answering your question. Good, thank you. Just have to find the right color. They won't bite. Yeah, you know, and I didn't talk about color. I'm sorry about that. So like here, I think you guys are probably the same way. It's not very clear water. You know, when you go clear water, you're going to kind of use more natural. It's very rare that I pull out something that's very what's the word for? Looks like it's in the 60s. Has a bunch of color in there. I use, even here, I'll use the bonehead, which is dark blue, and man, I wish I had one here. Use a dark blue with a chartreuse tail, and that's kind of where I'm at. But they're black and chartreuse. Yep, yellow, blue, black, and chartreuse. So exactly what he says. So when you get into the clearer water, you're going to use more of a natural bait color. Look at y'all are saying what I was saying. They go vertically. Thank you. Slab, hey man, that's good, brother. I'm glad. I will hold on. I'm putting her on my prayer list. I don't have her name, but it doesn't matter. I know your name, so God knows who she is. Thank you. I'm hooked on it and really do well in a spawn like everyone else. Just struggle a little bit during the off months. Yeah, and that's what people always say. Hey, man, I can't wait for crappie season. Well, you know what? Crappie season is all year long. It's a hard time between right before they're going into spawn and right after, because you got to find them. They're spread out everywhere. But if you watch any of my videos during the spawn, I'm never on the bank. Now I may do that next year. Do some slip cork. I do like slip cork. I just hadn't done that on camera. But I'm normally in the 10 to 12 foot water or 10 to 14 foot water, looking for the big girls that are getting ready to spawn. As we know, if you watched any of the shows beforehand where I had the biologist on, the females come in, the males get out there in the shallow. So anything you catch in the shallow, most things you catch in shallow are going to be males. You get into the deeper water, that's where the females are hanging out. They'll come in. It takes them roughly 2 hours to lay their eggs, and they're gone. So if you do catch a female during the spawn, you caught her in that right window. And so that's what I'm kind of shooting for, is the big girls. So I never hit the banks. William, nice hat. You like it? Beat Down Outdoors. Oh, man, they got some good products, guys. If you have not seen them, you need to check out that last video. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hog down, baby. There we go. Hey, Mike, send me a picture if you're still on my phone, so I can show everybody. Bobby, those that served overseas are heroes and their families. You know what? I'm sure you're overseas as well. And the way I look at it is, I had somebody put on one of my videos. I don't remember what it was, but something about I served in the military too. I never asked for people to pat me on the back or something to that extent. And I think they were going off my boat wrap. And you know what? I've never asked anybody to pat me on the back either. I'm just proud of my service, as you probably are as well, or you wouldn't have said that. And I think every one of us signed that contract to protect our country because we felt like we had a duty. I never signed that contract thinking, there's no fine print in my contract saying you're going to be a hero. If you go to war, you're going to get all this free stuff and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I agree with you, but at the same time, we're just normal people, just like you are. And we had a job to do, and we did it. And no matter what's happened nowadays, I'll leave the politics out. But no matter what's happened, we made a difference. I know we made a difference because I had people saying thank you, Afghans saying thank you for being here. So I know we made a difference in somebody's life, whether it be one person or an entire country. We made a difference. So, but thank you, brother. Thanks for your service. Thanks for everything you've done for our country. Sid Lewis. All right, guys, it's time for maintenance on your boat trailers. Caught mine this week before having a problem. There you go. Check them out. When I fished with Keith Acker, the first part of August, I hooked up. I'd driven 20 miles before I realized that I had no lights on my trailer. I blew a fuse. So when I went through town, I just kind of keep my foot on the brake. It worked then, but just the running lights weren't there. You were correct. You need to check those things. Slap says I can tell how big they are when I reel them in. That's it. But that's how I duck hunt too, man. Ground check them, I'm just playing. Michael Lawrence, Chris, you gave advice to a fisherman that was having problems with the live scope on Facebook. You advised him to disconnect the black box. Would you do that while your graph is on? Yeah. There's no problem with that. You don't have to turn your graph off. Everything's there. Just literally the cable that's going to your transducer, unscrew it, unplug it, Let it sit there for a minute. It's going to start beeping red. Once it hits red, pop it back in, and you are good to go. The black box is not doing anything that's going to overheat it. The transducer is. That's where the issue is. So the transducer, if it's out of the water and not turned off, it's going to keep transmitting. And especially during the hot sun, it's going to overheat. That happened to me so many times I couldn't figure out why. And once I finally realized it, I fixed that problem. But yes, you are good. You don't have to turn anything off. I don't turn my black box off. I don't turn my screen off, anything. Just unplug the transducer and go to town. Hopefully that helps you out there. Let's see. If it looks like it's a hubcap, it's a good one. Here, let me check my phone because I may not have heard it. See if he sent me a pic. Nope, nothing yet. All right, Hook City TV, what's going on? Stopping by, 4 a.m. We'll be here in no time. Hey, man, if you're still on, have a good night fishing, brother, or good morning fishing. I wish I can go with you. Good to have you on here. I missed him. I called him when I was at the expo and didn't answer, screening my calls. You know how it goes. And about the time I got home, which an hour and a half later, he said, "Hey, man, you here?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm pulling up to my house." So I was hoping to get to see him, but next time. So Hook City, if y'all, I doubt if you don't know who he is, but if you've not been on this channel, check out Hook City TV and join him. Good Christian man. Love him to death. He's my brother. And can't say enough about him. So, all right, I got to catch up here. I'm so far behind. Mike says next time put some rebar in your PVC brush piles. Yeah, I need to do something like reflectors or something. 2 years I've lost those dang things. Did a whole video on it. Can't find them. Let's see, I'm catching 7 to 9 inch crappie in about 18 foot of water. Where can I find bigger fish? Are you on a brush pile, Leonard? And I don't know how it is everywhere, but I know for here, if I'm fishing Lake Palestine, if I'm fishing Fork, Lake of the Pines, if I'm on a brush pile, I'm catching smaller fish, and there's very few in there that are going to be active. The ones on the outside, sometimes you'll have a 1 or 2 in the middle that will all of a sudden get the itch to take a bite. But for the most part, they all look at it, and the outer ones are going to run in, grab it. There's just no big fish in there. Those big fish are going to stay by themselves. If you can find a pole, like we have timber here, you can find a deeper dock pole where it's just not a ton of fish in there. You'll start seeing fish just kind of lined up. Something look like little V's. They're going to sit there. Sometimes they'll kind of be halfway out, but that's where your bigger fish are going to be. They're not in East Texas. They're not with all the little fish. I'll see a bunch of little fish around them. They're not in the middle of them. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes I'll cut some big ones in the middle of a brush pile, but for the most part, they're going to be off on their own. So check that, see what you can find. If you see a bunch of little ones, start moving around. Let's see. Our bear. Wait, I remember this. Bar. God dog it. You told me how to say your name, and I don't remember. It's either Barry, Bar, or, well, so anyway, here from Northwest Louisiana. Enjoy the show, Sarge. Thanks for what you do, and the prayers go up for your family. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. We can use all the prayers we can get right now. All right, let me scroll. All right, cat, move. That's the other cat. Can't move. Seriously. Okay. Slab says, friend of mine. What'd that thing say down there? Oh, yeah. I didn't know I hit that button. Okay. Friend of mine has a Helix 8 Mega SI. Didn't show PVC good. Does anybody else have that problem? My Garmin won't at all. Huh. So my Garmin now on side scan, when it's brand new, it shows up really well. When it's not, it just shows up as a mess. If there's a lot of stuff around it, if there's not, it's just you may get a small shadow. You got to watch for that. The live scope does show PVC pipe. You can see it really clear. I've seen it. I even looked at it when I dropped it in to make sure that it was straight up. I can see the bottle. I can see everything. Now, the bottle is probably, I put an air bottle on top of it, but that air bottle is probably gone. So anyway, but yeah, it should show up on there, man. I'm going to do a video here soon. I cannot remember who told me this on how to get your transducer, not your live scope, your normal transducer, how to level it. Because apparently, you know, people put them on their boat. It's like, yeah, it's a good angle right there. And you go and, yeah, it looks good. But you can really, really clear those things up when you level that transducer with a boat. And there's a way to do it, which I'll explain real quick, but I'm going to do a video on this. And basically what you do, you take a level and put it on a flat part of your boat. So like for me, it'll be right behind the you can put it on the ground, on the floorboard, whatever, just something that's flat. And as you're going, just stick it in idle, start putting pennies under there till the bubble is right smack in the middle. When you get that, you know, okay, I got 5 pennies in there. So that's my level. Then when you get out, get on the trailer, you put that level on there again, stack 5 pennies on there and level, just move it around till you get that bubble right in the middle. Then all of a sudden, boom, you have your transducer leveled. And apparently it will make a huge difference. So that's going to be something we're going to do soon. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm glad you said that because that's something I need to do because I probably can't fish this week. So I may do a video that this week on that. Heidi Military always gets the job done. Thank you. Let's see. Stovall, what's going on, brother? This is the man that was with me when I dropped those brush piles in, the ones that I can't find, those PVC brush piles. Yeah, we're going to find them. I may need to take you out there, brother, and see if you can remember where they are, too. I got to find those things because I've got to do a video on that for sure. Andy Perry, how you doing, brother? What's up, Sarge? We'll go back and watch the rest of the show later. No problem, man. No problem. I'm fixing to hang up here. I got to get inside and talk with the wife and stuff, but just wanted to jump on here real quick and say, check out message page for a picture. Leonard Steven. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let me close down a whole bunch of stuff. And spell asleep right, that'd be great. Man, I can't. Give me a second because one new message. Here it is. See if I can pull this up and share this picture with y'all. Boy, it's taking forever. Oh, here we go. All right. I'm going to share the screen. Let's see. Share. All right. So Leonard Stevens. Oh, man, I can't make it. Oh, can I make it bigger? I can't. Oh, wait, here. I forgot to hit share. Okay, there's one. And how do I X out of this? Well, there we go. And there's the other one. I can't make them bigger for some reason. Oh, probably because I'm sharing the screen. So, and that's from Leonard Stevens. Sorry. Good job, man. That's the way to catch them, brother. Okay. I wish I could make them bigger. I'll do that. I'll figure that out. But because I'm sharing the screen, it's not letting me do some other stuff. But thanks for sending that. Let's see, save. Okay, so Richard, hey, how you doing, Richard? Yeah, man. You know what? I'll do one of those this week because the wind is going to be strong. Cat, come on. I'm sorry, my cat just scrolled everything over. The wind's going to be strong, and with what's going on, I don't think I'm going to be able to go fishing this week. But I will do a video on that because that would be pretty easy. I don't even have to I do have to get put in the water, but I don't have to spend a lot of time out there fishing. So that's definitely something I can do. So yeah, stay tuned. Be either this week or next week, and I'll get a video out on that. Okay. Night all, he says, prayers for you and your family, Sarge. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hang up. Driller, how you doing, man? What's up? I'm looking for any other comments. I don't see anything toward me. Oh, Driller says, just got a live scope. Love the videos. They help. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what it's for sure. Hey, guys, in fact, we have, let me look at one thing here. See where we're at. Give me a second. All right. We've been talking about the 4,500 giveaway. We are now at 4,488. We are 12 people away. So hopefully by next week, if people don't unsubscribe, we will be giving the giveaway. We'll be doing the giveaway. So keep in mind, I've got 2 ACC Crappie Stix that will be given away on the video itself, based on the comments there, and then I'll be giving one away that was donated by Making Waves TV. That will be on here as well. That will be on the live, so it will be the Monday following, which most likely will be next Monday. Anyway, it will be on the Monday. I'll give that away along with a lot of baits and jigs. Just to give you an idea, here's 2 of them that people have sent me full of jigs. Well, I should have done that. You see our addresses, but I've got all kind of stuff in here that we will be giving away on the video or on the live show. So you have to be here to get it. All right. I don't do a lot of giveaways. I know a lot of people look at it as a way to get new subscribers, but that's not me. I'm not going to do this. So, but we will do it on that show. Okay. So y'all stay tuned. Michael Lawrence says, reminder to wear your life jackets. Yes, please wear your life jackets. I never go anywhere without mine, obviously. In Texas, you got to make sure you wear your kill switch as well. It is the law. All right, guys. Hey, hour, 8 minutes. I'm a little over what I wanted to do, but I appreciate every one of y'all being here. Once again, you guys are family. Every one of y'all. And I appreciate it. That's what this is about. I don't want anybody to get on here and not feel like they can comment, because there's nothing on here that's we're going to laugh at. Just be yourselves, man. If you have a question, ask it. If I can't ask it or answer it, then I guarantee you somebody else on here can, and we'll get to it. But thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for the prayers for my family. Appreciate that as well. And guys, we'll catch y'all next week, next Monday. AWS says hit that like button. I appreciate it. Definitely hit that like button. Help us out a little bit. But we will see y'all next week. I'm pretty sure we'll be giving away some ACC Crappie Stix and a lot of baits. So next Monday we will have a live. I've been kind of going back and forth on if I have a live every night, or every Monday, but we will have one next Monday, because I'm pretty sure we'll hit that 5,000 mark, or that 4,500 mark by then. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Love you all, and we'll see y'all next week. Take care. Thanks for watching.